Hey, I want to do a video on friend, what a friend is, how to know if you have a friend or something other than a friend. All right. So a lot of people believe or think that they have friends just because they are going along with what other people have told them was a friend, or what they've seen, and they just kind of believed, face value, that is what they were seeing was friends. And I'll give you an example. So let's say you're at a gathering, I don't know, maybe a barbecue, okay, picnic, whatever, basketball outing, some type of sport outing, and then you're there, and then you see some guy bring all of the people that he's been invited, and then he, of course, brings some people that he invited, and the conversation may be something like, "Yeah, I brought all of my friends," right? And most people would really just kind of take that as face value and say, "Oh yeah, these are all of his friends." Okay, that's simply not true. You are immersed in a pagan culture. What most people don't understand, that they are immersed in a pagan culture. All right, and when you emerge in a pagan culture, whatever that culture is doing or say that is right, or deem as a definition of something, it's not always true. So just to kind of give you an idea of what a friend is, a true friend, and most people don't have a friend, true friends. Most people have associates. Okay, they have associated themselves with a person, and they're calling that a friend when it's simply not. It's not a friend. All right, and I'm just going to briefly touch on what a friend is. All right, most people don't have it, and if you do find one, it is less likely for you to have a true friend. All right, but if you do find one, that's an amazing thing. That's an amazing thing. All right, a true friend has your best interests at hand, always. All right, they don't want to see you hurt. They don't want to see you physically hurt, mentally hurt, spiritually hurt, financially hurt. They have better intent for you, as if they are living their own life. Okay? I would even say a friend has better intent for you than themselves. Not meaning that they would neglect themselves, but meaning that they would put their mind capacity, they would think on things that they really didn't have to think on to help you to understand something and to get you to be out of that harm's way. Okay? And I don't know if I'm saying it, being clear with that. And I'm making this video somewhere 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. But it was just, it was on my mind and on my heart to talk about this, because I had a guy that was in that I was speaking with, and he brought up, you know, he said something about his friends, and when he described what his friends like to do, he said that they like to get in trouble, they like to start stuff, and you know, they're always doing something, you know, that's you know, out of the ordinary, crazy. And I had to say to myself, damn, those are not your friends. Okay? And the reason he thinks those are his friends is because he's seen someone associate themselves and say that these are his friends. Okay? Your friends, or your friend, because not too many people have friends. It's just not in this day and time. It's going to be very hard to find a friend. All right. What he had was associates, but he's confused and don't understand what the definition, the true meaning of a friend is. And again, I'll repeat it. A friend has your best interest at heart. Okay? Number one, your best interest at heart. And I'm not talking like a business associate who has a financial interest for you. That's not a friend. That's an associate. All right? And we need to know the difference. All right? We need to be able to evaluate, analyze, and know the difference between a friend and an associate. Alright? So, I'll give you an example. There was a guy that I know that I met through a brother, my biological brother, and the guy was kind of like another guy, this other guy that didn't know the difference between a friend and associates. Okay, so at some point he was going through a serious life traumatic situation, okay, and I gave him all of the guidance as if it was me that needed someone to speak on the best of my interests. I gave it to him, but he chose not to use it. He chose not to use the guidance and the information. Okay, years went past. He called me back up after going through another traumatic situation. He called me back up and he says, man, I never realized that you were my only friend. And I said, yes. And he apologized. He says, I'm sorry. Okay? That guy died not too long after that over trying to self-medicate himself with heroin and drugs and things of that nature. Okay? But when he said that, it was very heavy. That was something very, very heavy on me, because I understood way back when, he didn't understand what a true friend was, and what a true and the characteristics that a true friend has. Okay, so but he didn't know how to analyze that, and I knew how to analyze that from when I was a really young person in school, and was able to see the ones that were had bad intent, some that didn't care, some that did care, but they didn't want to be a friend. You understand? And then you had some that, you know, were in between or whatever have you. But I learned that because I observed, I listened more than I did talking. I hope that adds value to your life. Thanks.